Hey guys, it's Fred again, coming at you live. Once again, this is going to be a follow-up to the story that I just did on the two North Carolina troopers. The one was in pursuit. The violator wrecked out. He's deceased. Trooper turns his lights and everything off, acts like he just rode up on the accident, calls the supervisor, and supervisor tells him not to mention to the Raleigh PD that he was in pursuit. Let's pick up here with the criminal charges aspect of it.
No charges. The Wake County District Attorney says the behavior of two troopers was unacceptable, but they did not break the law in their response to a deadly crash. Trooper Garrett Macario and Sergeant Matthew Morrison were under an investigation after an October crash that killed Tyrone Mason. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Deborah Morgan.
And I'm Gerald Owens. The investigation into what happened at the scene showed the troopers colluded on camera to lie about what happened. Today, the Wake County District Attorney decided the two will not be charged.
Well, sad.
What I would hope that the public would understand is that, bad conduct is not always criminal.
It's not just bad conduct. There's criminal charges there. Nothing else for falsifying a statement to the police, to the Raleigh PD. There's criminal charges there. There's negligence, there's carelessness, there's all kinds of different charges. If you want to charge, there's a charge there.
Conduct.
A lot of respect for Ms. Freeman. It's a tough job. I think that she's making a poor decision in this matter.
WRO Sean Gallagher is here in the studio. Sean, no criminal charges, but will the troopers keep their jobs?
Yeah, for now they will. State Highway Patrol says that they'll remain on desk duty, but the DA, Lauren Freeman, will not charge them criminally, saying the evidence would not support a successful prosecution.
Okay, why does it have to be a successful prosecution? Let's let the justice is in the eye of the beholder. Let's let the jury tell us that or not. She's not a fortune teller, she's a prosecutor. Present the evidence to a grand jury. Let's see what a grand jury says. And then after the grand jury indicts, which they will, then let's see what a regular jury says after the evidence is presented. If they say not guilty, then fine. At least it went to the process. Criminal charges here. This is wrong in so many ways, including the prosecutor.
After Trooper Macario gave false statements about his involvement in the chase. The investigation showed Mason ran from a state trooper, hitting speeds around 100 miles per hour. Trooper Macario stopped chasing him, but shortly after, Mason crashed and died at the scene.
That trooper stopped chasing him after he was crashing, and you could see the debris coming up through the median. He saw him crashing. That's when he stopped the pursuit.
The report says Sergeant Morrison advised Trooper Macario to not disclose to responding officers that he had attempted to initiate a traffic stop of Mr. Mason. Instead, Morrison suggested Macario say he had just rolled up.
That's conspiracy to commit false statements, false report. They conspired between each other to commit a crime. The crime was falsely reporting what they were going to put in the Raleigh PD's police report.
On the wreck. It's a lie Freeman says was designed to help them avoid handling the crash investigation, not to hide any wrongdoing, though Emancipate NC's executive director disagrees.
This is a miscarriage of justice on the highest level. And the people of Wake County, I hope they are paying attention. These officers colluded and worked together to obstruct justice and make it harder for this mother to learn the truth.
Lying about involvement in a chase, standing alone, does not confer any criminal or civil liability on the officer. If you did that and you lied about it, that would be obstructing of justice. But the police officer is on a different level than you.
Well, evidently so is the
DA
prosecutor.
Freeman says there is other evidence that Macario did own up to being a part of that chase to RPD that night, even though they remain employed. DA Freeman says they're not allowed to bring criminal charges in her district any longer. So if they want to keep
she shouldn't even be a prosecutor in that district any longer if she's going to selective law enforcement, selective justice. That's not the way it works, guys. They lied. They lied on a Raleigh PD police report. They lied to Raleigh PD officers, or at least the one trooper did, and he was told to by his supervisor, which means that they conspired, which makes it a conspiracy to commit a crime. Sorry. One strike and you're out for police officers. There's no more. What's going on with our law enforcement agencies today? We're losing all trust. We've got to do better.